Hi there people, thank you very much for watching again. Welcome to the DutchRC channel. And yes, this box is a little bit of a spoiler with the clear bit in it. It is a car, yes, and oh, you can't see the brand like this. It is a WLtoys car. And yeah, let's see, this is my second WLtoys product. I reviewed the Q212G quadcopter a while back, which is still doing just fine. Well, let's have a look if this car does just as well. And what is it? Yeah, it's a buggy kind of car. You'll see it in detail in a minute, of course. It is waterproof. It has a 2.4 gigahertz radio system. It is supposed to run at 50 kilometers an hour. Huh, okay, 1/12 scale. I would say that the car is 1/10 scale, actually. I'll put the size of the car on screen for you right now, so you can see the actual dimensions of the car. I'm pretty sure you'd agree that it's more like a 10th scale car. Doesn't really matter, of course. And yeah, it's four-wheel drive. Let's flip it over. RTR four-wheel drive, WLtoys, 50 kilometers an hour. It is brushed though. It's a brushed car. What I will probably use it for most is for rock climbing or dirt climbing, so the actual top speed isn't that concerning to me. Alright, so much for the box. Let's get everything out of the box. Okay, let's start with the not so exciting parts, the manual. And yeah, the manual actually says climbing car, which led me to believe that it's more a rock crawler kind of car than a speed demon. We'll see in my driving footage of the car. The manual is actually pretty good. Everything you need to know is in the manual, and you can also see how the car is built up. It is already all built up, but it's good to be able to see how things are put together so you can actually service the car. Next up, a power brick wall charger thing, which will charge the battery with the balance plug. It has a European adapter, so yeah, if you are ordering the car from another part of the world, be sure to add a note to your order, asking them for an adapter. It comes with a T-wrench, very nice, you can never have enough of those. It is actually metal, not plastic, and a very small screwdriver. There, that's what we do with the screwdriver. Alright, and the last thing in the box before we get to the actual car is the 2.4 gigahertz radio. Pretty small. It actually looks like a miniature edition of an HPI radio. Yeah, no frills at all, on our switch of course, and it has a mode button, 4 modes. I'm not sure. Maybe there's some kind of feedback from the car to the radio, and you can therefore only run 4 of them at the same time. I am not completely sure. The manual didn't really have a lot of info on that. It has a steering trim, and that's it. It takes 3 AA's, and yeah, it works. I've tested it, it works, and the grip actually is very comfortable. Rubbery kind of steering wheel with no bounce, and no antenna that can break off. Very good for children, of course. Yes. And finally, the car itself, and yeah, always subject to personal taste, of course, if you like it or not. I do like its looks and the coloring of the cage and the body panels. very lively, nice type of green as well. Yeah, the tires look like beadlocks, but they aren't. That's just for looks. The rubber feels reasonably grippy. Yeah, kind of like an intermediate kind of tire compound is. There is foam in the tires, which is nice of course. And let's see, yeah, they mount on 12mm hexes. As you can see here, all the link bars and steering rods are non-adjustable and plastic. I'm okay with that. The drive axles are dog bones or CVDs. Let's have a close look. No, they look like CVDs, and they are metal. Very good. And at the rear, let me flip the car over so you can see that better. The rear axle is one solid axle. Those are getting more popular, right? So I'm happy to see that. You can also see that the rear shocks do not do much, if anything. I'll probably have to address that. You can fill them up with oil, and from seeing this, yeah, they need oil. Is there any? No, there's no oil I can sense in them at all. And the front, let's see. Oh, the front feels good actually. Yeah, I'd probably leave those as is for my first run. The back though, no, those really need oil. Okay, and the shocks are plastic bodied with aluminum caps and adjustment rings, preload rings. And the end cap on the shock is also aluminum. I hope you can see that, blue anodized aluminum. Most other things on the car are plastic though. Like I mentioned before, the drive axles at the front are metal, and obviously the outside of the rear axle is plastic, the body is plastic, and here you can see the A-arms, the lower A-arms at the front. And this will be very hard to show you, but the front shocks are horizontally mounted, like on a Traxxas e-Revo for instance. And there is surprisingly little slop in that mechanism actually. Very nice. Now let's see, yeah, spare tire at the back, very nice, I like that. On some of these kind of cars you can easily flip the entire cage on up to the rear or to the front. Not on this one though. You can access the battery with one body clip. Then you can just take out the retainer of the battery, and there you have access, very easy access to the battery. And what kind of battery is this? Is it specified? It's 1500 milliampere 7.4 volts, and it does have a balance plug, so I do think that it is a LiPo. The box says it's a lithium ion battery, but it looks more like a LiPo, really. In the first run with the car I will run it on this supplied battery, so we'll just see how it performs all stock. Well, all stock, like I said, I will fill up the rear shocks for my first run. This is just too springy, that's just silly looking. Okay, and the car has one other trick up its sleeve. It has a light bar here and here, they actually light up. And let me switch the car on for you. There's an on-off switch at the bottom of the car. You might have already spotted that. So, there. Very nice. I really appreciate LEDs on cars. And they look nice. They are very bright. Cool stuff, man. Yes, that is very nice. Okay, like I was saying a minute ago, the exo cage isn't meant to be flipped up easily. And there's no real need to, because you can access the battery from the rear over here. Should you need to service the car, you can, by removing about 6 screws, I think, flip the exo cage to the front. You'll have to unscrew a couple of screws here and here, and let's see, yeah, oh yeah, 2 here, and that's probably it. So not a lot of screws, that's okay. I won't do that, but I will tell you what's in the car. There's that's a bit of a downside of the car. There's an integrated receiver with the ESC. I'm not a fan of that. I'm sure you'll agree with that with me. It has a normal hobby grade kind of servo, so that's serviceable or replaceable should you not like its speed. Yeah, that's a good thing, obviously. What more can I tell you? Yeah, WLtoys, you should put some oil in those back shocks. The screws for the back shocks are nicely accessible, by the way, so the servicing of those shocks won't be a problem. I would have liked a decal sheet. I always like getting decal sheets with my cars. I don't have problems with the supplied Lux decals on the car, by the way. They look very good. Across, yeah. No, the car looks great. I'm happy with it so far. Apart from the back shocks, have I already mentioned the back shocks? I probably have. Yeah, the only thing left to do is drive the car. So I'll take it outside right now and show you how the car drives. Here we go. Alrighty, here we go. Short disclaimer, I have actually replaced the rear shocks because the stock shocks can't hold oil at all. So in the rear it has different shocks with oil, and in the front it has the stock shocks. Here we go. Oh, pretty fast. I'm not sure if you can actually see the LEDs. I can. They show up nice and bright. And yeah, as expected, the front wheels dribble around a lot. And the rear is pretty solid. Actually, I think I used a little too thick oil in the rear shocks, but it's better than stock. All right, let's try some climbing then. That worked out very well. I'm stuck. Yeah, the front wheels definitely lack in grip. So I'll have a look if I have some shocks for the front as well. It is far faster than I had expected. It's more a rock racer than a rock crawler, this. Quite nice. I think this would make for a very nice car for kids. And it looks nice. Yeah, see, it isn't a crawler at all. It's more a rock racer, which is just fine. I'm driving it on a 2S LiPo, by the way. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. Alright, let's try some jumping. Cool stuff. Let's try that again. Huh, okay. Ah, this actually is a fun car to drive. Nicer than I had expected. Yeah, the top speed isn't enormous. I'll actually try it in 3S in a minute as well. According to the specs, it shouldn't be able to, but yeah. And I don't know how long the electronics will hold up on 3S, but we'll see. Nice. Bit of durability testing there as well. Cool. Cool, man. Huh, not bad at all. Better than I had expected. Okay, about that battery I'm using, the stock battery that came with the car didn't work at all. So yeah, I just got myself a dot. That happens, especially if you are a YouTube reviewer, you get the dots. So hopefully if you order the car, you'll avoid that problem. Nice. Oh, it's pretty well balanced for jumps. Yeah, it could do with a stronger servo as well. That's to be expected from an RTR, I think. It does reasonably well. It's slow and sloppy though, yes sir. So yeah, that might be something to upgrade on this car. Oops, I'm stuck. He saved himself. Alrighty, cool stuff. I'm gonna swap out the battery and we'll see what the car does on 3S. Alright, people, no dice, regrettably. I guess in one of the jumps I busted up the stock servo. It does run on 3S, as you can see, but I don't have steering anymore. Oh well, that's a shame. I was looking forward to doing some jumps on the 3S. there are all kinds of things wrong with this car. The steering servo isn't strong enough, apparently. It does have a steering servo saver. That didn't help enough, I guess. The shocks are rubbish. And let's see. Oh yeah, the battery that came with mine was rubbish. I assume or hope that if you would order this car, you would get it with a working battery. Despite everything that's wrong with the car, I still like it. I like its looks very much. So I'll upgrade the steering servo. And yeah, then I'll show you what the car can do on 3S. That'll be another video though. So for now, thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions or suggestions, don't hesitate to comment down below. And hope to see you back in another video. Bye bye.